Concord Coalition. We went over there to Rice University and sat down, and we listened to him. And, you know, we watched a documentary, but at the end of the documentary, the credits were rolling, and he had this pink piggy bank that said save money. And I go, well, that's self-contradictory. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, if money's going to fall apart and we're in this debt, why would we want to save money? So he came back.
They're telling you, exactly, they're telling you pay them off, which is all fiat fraud they created, pay them back when you already bailed them out with the bailout money. They're telling you sit there and just save so they can raise taxes and steal it all. And again, I'm not saying it's bad to save at one level of the equation, but yeah, all their advice that they're putting out is how to rip people off. Go ahead, sorry.
Well, he said it was quasi-government, because I said, is it privately held, the Federal Reserve, or is it government-run? Well, I already knew that, and, you know, I was flip-flopping because I was a little nervous talking to him because I was in a crowd of people and whatnot. But I made my comment, and the woman that was standing behind me, a 70-year-old woman, it's on video, by the way. You can get on riceuniversity.org, something. It's on there. I can give you guys a link. But this lady that was standing behind me, 70-plus-year-old lady, she proudly, unfortunately, she was proud of this, she said, I am going to tell you that I served on the Federal Reserve Board, and I can tell you right now that it is not government-run, that it is a privately held entity. And I said, wow, she told the truth. And it was, I mean, the rest of the room was just sitting there, and it's too bad they didn't have the camera pan to the rest of the room, but, you know, it was quiet. Just dead silence.
Wow. You know, something else happened here today. I said just calls on Ron Paul, and these are the best callers we ever have. And the callers are great, but I don't screen them. And so folks call in who are all over the map. And I say Ron Paul, every caller has just been incredible gold today and has been so enlightening. That's why I probably should every day say, here's the topic. We're talking about this, because then people call in who actually want to discuss something real. But again, it is the young people that are waking up. Either older folks are already awake, or they're partially awake, or they're totally asleep and you're not going to wake them up because they don't want to be woken up. But going back to what you're talking about here, it's all coming down right now. And people are either going to join the side of liberty or they're going to try to go down with the ship. But I want to be able to pull up this video you're talking about. So tell us the name of the event, and then give us an idea of when in the event it was, and then people should be able to find it.
What I can do is more talk off the phone, because I have to kind of Google it. I'll find it. I actually burned it on DVD. I actually have it. I mean, so if I have to mail it to you and you can watch.
Yeah, but what was the name of the event? What was the name of the university again?
It was. You can Google IOUSA, Rice University, Concord Coalition. It's hard because that's all I can mention. David Walker. Type in just key names. But what I can do is I'll have to find it somehow. But I don't want to divert. Sure. I do want to say, look, man, I really support what Ron's doing. He's been talking about this for 35, 40 years. You can watch his older videos. He hasn't changed his message. So a lot of people think, oh, where's this guy come around? Well, he's been talking about this for years. So it's not anything that's new. He's just been the same, and people don't like that. They don't like someone that's going to keep consistent with their story. It's like
they don't like people that are proven right. And I appreciate your call. Great points. The reason Ron Paul's so dangerous is because he's been the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. He was right, and it shows that their system is a fraud by design. He's so right. We're so right. That's why we're the dangerous bad men, because the crooks know if people get wise to this, it's game over. I mean, their crimes are so cartoon level, out of control. It's over. Now, as for the Federal Reserve being private, to these lawyers, in a way what he said is true. Well, it's quasi-private, quasi-government. And in a way that's true. Back when they used to say it's the Federal Reserve, it's government, that was a lie. And you're a conspiracy theorist if you say it's federal. You're a conspiracy theorist if you say the Federal Reserve is not federal and is private. Okay, I mean, I remember 15 years ago, people calling the show going, you're nuts, it's the Federal Reserve, you know, dangerous conspiracy theorists say that, ADL, Southern Poverty Law Center would say you were crazy. Now they have to admit that it's private, but then they spin it and say, but it's quasi-government. But in a way that's true, because it's carrying out a congressional government treasury function illegally. They've usurped it. And so, yes, it is a corporate fascist banking cartel that is carrying out a government function that's supposed to be totally neutral and just a symbol of currency that is out there so people can exchange goods, not making everything about the currency itself. So these private interests are able to give themselves this money interest-free. But even better, they get the public to give them the money interest-free, and then we're in debt to them when they loan it back to us. So they want more debt. That's why they want unfunded mandates. That's why they want this control. But in a weird lawyer way, he was telling the truth. Well, it is private, but it's quasi-government. Well, yeah, I mean, NATO is pretty much private. The British East India Company took over and created what's modern India. Before the British ever had to come in and back them up, they ran India and all those souls. And it was a private corporation, but it was still government. See, I'm for privatization, but not this counterfeit where they come in and just take over what the people have built, jack up the prices, and become the government themselves and get rid of due process. See the difference? It's all about labels. More calls coming up. Hello, I'm Alex Jones. Myself, my family, the Infowars.com team want to relay to you and your families that we are intensifying our efforts against the globalist on every front. Infowars.com is leading the fight against the technocrats. But we can't do that without your help. By getting the films, bumper stickers, and T-shirts at Infowars.com, you will wake up people in your area and support our operation as we move to the next level. We need your help to spread the word like never before. They wish to hide themselves during this tectonic battle between the forces of freedom and darkness. You are the response to the globalist technocrats and their program of global eugenics, dehumanization, and ultimate extermination. The war is here. It's an info war. The spirit of 1776 versus the mindset of 1984.
Are you still a traditional smoker? Now experience a new lifestyle and try vaping with e-cigarettes by LeSig. Imagine no ashes, stains, nasty smell, or coughing and hacking. With LeSig e-cigarettes' revolutionary microelectronic technology, rechargeable battery, and unique replaceable cartridge, you'll get all the benefits and satisfaction of smoking without the hazards. Choose your taste from a wide variety of our new American-made vape-free e-liquids at LeSig.com. And LeSig smokes the competition by serving thousands of worldwide customers with real people customer service, fast, free, same-day shipping, and a 30-day warranty and satisfaction guarantee. So are you ready for a new vaping lifestyle? Then call 870-518-4307. That's 870-518-4307. Or visit LeSig.com, spelled LECIG.com. LeSig e-cigarettes for today's modern smoker.
Digestive health is the key to wellness and elimination of toxins. That bears repeating. Digestive health is the key to wellness and elimination of toxins. And Pro EM1 Daily Probiotic Cleanse is the key to digestive health. Pro EM1 is a powerful liquid probiotic, strong enough to cleanse, gentle enough to use every day. Pro EM1 is dairy, wheat, and soy-free, contains all natural and certified organic ingredients, contains no preservatives or animal products, supports a healthy digestive and immune system, supports weight loss, improves absorption of food nutrients, aids in controlling yeast infections, is never freeze-dried, and uses 3 groups of live, viable, beneficial microbes to cleanse and remove toxins. Order Pro EM1 Daily Probiotic Cleanse at Teraganix.com, spelled Teraganix.com, Teraganix.com. Or call toll-free 866-369-3678. That's 866-369-3678. Pro EM1, the raw probiotic.
Hey there, you've reached Claire. Leave me a message.
Claire, it's Ann. Hey, you know that hormone balancing product we talked about before? The all-natural one, Amberen? Well, I gotta tell you this. Not only did Amberen stop my hot flashes, but since I started the Amberen program, I have lost so much weight. Seriously, even my belly fat, it's gone. I haven't been this thin in years. I feel great. Give me a call.
The leading cause of weight gain in women over 40 is hormonal imbalance. Until you balance your hormones, it can be practically impossible to lose weight. Amberen restores hormonal balance balance naturally, so the weight can just fall off. Yes, even that stubborn belly fat. Plus, Amberin eliminates other symptoms of hormonal aging too. So with your hormones in balance, you can feel great and finally lose the weight. Be one of the first 50 callers right now, and they'll send you a complimentary risk-free trial with a 30-day supply, free. Call 1-800-839-2959. That's 1-800-839-2959. 1-800-839-2959.
Okay, I only got to one caller. During that long segment. I got to get to more of this. I've got to cover this other news. Let's go to Carl in Texas, then Scott, Chris, Kyle, Ronnie, and Dave. And that's going to be it for calls. So I got to cover this news. Carl in Texas, welcome. Go ahead. Carl dropped. Boom. Scott in Washington. You're on the air.
Alex, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello. The reason I called is because...
Yeah, bro, you're on air. Hold on just a minute. Can you hear me? Hold on just a minute. Because I'm talking to you, and you said hello, and then you kept talking. Can you hear me, Scott?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. You're on the air right now.
I think it's amazing that I'm talking to Alex Jones. You're a big force helping Ron Paul's presidential campaign. I think that something I would like to suggest is to help revive the Ron Paul Rock the Revolution with Zach Carter. I know a guy that was on the Ron Paul Rock the Revolution tour before it fell apart. His name's Aaron Greens. He's a consciousness rapper. He raps about all the things you talk about. And a 10 FEMA district, a 10-city tour with Willie Nelson, Dave Mustaine, you, Alex Jones, Jesse Ventura, collecting our signatures as a write-in candidate for Ron Paul. You could go through 10 cities in the U.S. and collect millions of our signatures saying we want Ron Paul as our president, because this is our last chance. The trends, like Gerald Celente says, the trends aren't getting better. Yes. Hello?
I hear you, and I appreciate your call. I don't know if you help. Thank you. I don't think that Dave Mustaine is going to... He likes Ron Paul. He told me yesterday on the phone. He didn't really endorse Santorum. He said that was out of context. But I don't know if Dave would be part of that tour. It's a big deal, you know, with managers and companies and people to try to get all these celebrities to do something together. That's why that's so hard. But it's an interesting idea. Let's go to Chris in Florida. Chris, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hey, Alex. I was at the Orlando event, and it was so good. It went over so well. The audience was so hyped, and the movie was great. I was so glad that you showed your funny side at the beginning, because the movie got kind of, went pretty deep and dark. But still, I recommend that everybody watch it. It's just essential viewing, and it's kind of like an addendum to Endgame. What I wanted to say to tie that in, I guess, with Ron Paul, is I think also, Alex, you should change the E in your middle name to Eugenics Jones, because if it wasn't for you bringing that back out into the lexicon, eugenics is the whole heart and soul of the New World Order and how they operate, and they have just one thing left to implement their socialist agenda, which is healthcare, because you already have everything else. You have free food. You have.
And by the way, all the founders of modern eugenics, Bertrand Russell, George Bernard Shaw, all of them, they said, under socialism, if we say you're not producing and we don't like you, we're going to kill you. People think socialists are trying to give poor people something. No, they want socialism to get you under control, to breed a giant underclass, to then use as an army against the middle class. And then in the next phase, they start killing the most of the people. And we're now seeing that with the death panels, all of it. So you're absolutely right. But as for, the event there in Florida, it was amazing. And yes, it is by admitting how bad things are that we can then have a solution to it. But any other points you'd like to make?
Yeah, and what I was going to say was it doesn't. Yeah, and at the same time, it doesn't mean we can't have a sense of humor about it like you did at the beginning. But what I wanted to say too was, because this has been bugging me, and this guy bugs me every week, is Bill Maher, and what he said about Ron Paul. You know, he'll have Ron Paul on in one day, or he'll go on and he'll talk and he'll bring up Ron Paul when he's on like MSNBC or somewhere, and you know he'll talk real good about him, but then he'll say, "Oh, he's crazy because